Someone who loves you deeply is staying away from you. And the reason why will break your heart and heal it at the same time. If you've been confused about why someone who clearly cares about you keeps their distance, if you felt the push and pull of someone who loves you but won't come close, this video will finally give you clarity. This is deep mindset. And by the end of this, you'll understand the painful truth behind their distance. Let's begin. There's a special kind of pain in being loved by someone who won't let themselves be close to you. You see it in their eyes. You feel it in the way they look at you when they think you're not watching. You sense it in their nervous energy when you're around. But then they pull back. They create distance. They act cold. And you're left wondering, if you love me, why are you running? If I matter to you, why do you keep pushing me away? And the answer is more complicated and more heartbreaking than you think. Let me tell you about Michael. He met a woman named Alina. The connection was instant, electric, the kind of chemistry that makes you believe in soulmates. They talked for hours, laughed at the same things, finished each other's sentences, but then something shifted. Alina started pulling away. She'd cancel plans. She'd take days to respond to messages. And Michael was confused because he knew she cared. He could feel it, but her actions said the opposite. One night, after weeks of distance, Alina finally told him the truth. I love you. And that's exactly why I can't be close to you. And that one sentence broke Michael's heart and opened his eyes at the same time. Here's what most people don't understand. When someone loves you deeply but stays away, it's not because they don't want you. It's because they're protecting you, or they're protecting themselves, or both. And there are three core reasons why someone who loves you deeply will keep their distance. And each one is rooted in psychology, past trauma, and fear. So let's break them down. Reason number one, they're terrified of losing you. This sounds backwards, right? If they love you, why would they stay away because they're scared of losing you? Here's the psychology. Some people have been hurt so deeply in the past that their nervous system now associates love with inevitable loss. They've learned through painful experience that everyone they love eventually leaves. So their brain creates a defense mechanism. If I don't get too close, it won't hurt as much when they leave. If I keep my distance, I can protect myself from the devastation I know is coming. And the deeper they love you, the more terrified they become, because now the stakes are higher. Now losing you would destroy them in a way they're not sure they'd survive. So they stay away, not because they don't care, but because they care so much that the thought of losing you is unbearable. And distance feels like the only way to control that fear. But here's the tragic irony. By staying away to protect themselves from losing you, they're losing you anyway. They're creating the very outcome they're trying to avoid. But fear doesn't think logically. Fear just reacts. And when someone has been abandoned, betrayed, or broken before, their fear is louder than their love. So they watch you from a distance. They think about you constantly. They want nothing more than to be close to you. But they can't, because the fear of future pain is stronger than the desire for present happiness. Reason number two, they believe they're not good enough for you. This is one of the most heartbreaking reasons someone will love you deeply and stay away. They look at you and see everything they want, everything they've dreamed of. Someone kind, beautiful, genuine, whole. And then they look at themselves and see brokenness. They see their past mistakes, their flaws, their unhealed wounds, and they convince themselves that you deserve better, that you deserve someone who isn't carrying so much baggage, someone who can love you without fear, someone who won't drag you into their darkness. And the more they love you, the stronger this belief becomes, because love makes them want the best for you, and in their mind, the best for you is not them. This is what psychologists call low self-worth attachment. When someone doesn't believe they're worthy of love, they sabotage their own happiness. They push away the very people who could heal them because they don't think they deserve that healing. And the painful part, you might tell them they're enough. You might show them every day that you choose them, but they can't hear it because the voice inside their head, the one telling them they're not enough, is louder than yours. And until they do the internal work to heal that wound, they'll keep running. Not from you, but from the feeling of unworthiness that rises every time they get close to something real. Reason number 3. They know the relationship can't work and staying away is their act of love. Sometimes the most painful truth is this: they love you, you love them, but the circumstances make it impossible. Maybe they're in a situation they can't leave yet. Maybe there's a distance that can't be closed. Maybe there are responsibilities, commitments, or realities that neither of you can change. And instead of stringing you along, instead of giving you false hope, they choose to stay away. Not because they don't want you, but because they respect you too much to waste your time. They love you enough to let you move on, even though it destroys them. This is the rarest and most selfless kind of distance, because it's not about fear. It's not about unworthiness. It's about painful, mature, devastating love. The kind that says, I would rather suffer in silence than watch you wait for something that may never happen. And if you're the person being loved from a distance for this reason, you might feel abandoned. You might feel confused. But the truth is, they're sacrificing their own heart to protect yours. And that's not cruelty. That's the deepest form of care. So what do you do if you're in this situation? If you know someone loves you but stays away, here's what you need to understand. You can't fix them. You can't convince them to stop being afraid. You can't force them to believe they're worthy. You can't change the circumstances that make the relationship impossible. What you can do is decide what you're willing to accept. Are you willing to love someone from a distance? Are you willing to wait while they heal? Are you willing to hold space for someone who might never be ready? Or do you need to protect your own heart and walk away? Because here's the brutal truth. Just because someone loves you doesn't mean they can be with you. And staying in a situation where you're constantly hoping, constantly waiting, constantly wondering, that's not love. That's self-abandonment. Let me tell you what happened with Michael and Alina. After she told him the truth, after she explained her fear, Michael made a choice. He told her, I'm not going anywhere. I'll give you space. I'll respect your boundaries. But I'm not giving up on us. And slowly, over months, Alina started to trust. She started to believe that maybe, just maybe, Michael was different. That maybe this time, love wouldn't end in loss. And eventually, they found their way to each other. Not because Michael forced it, but because he gave her the space to heal while showing her he wasn't leaving. But not every story ends like that. Sometimes the person you love from a distance never comes back, and you have to make peace with that. So here's my final message. If someone is staying away from you but you know they love you, give them grace. But also give yourself boundaries. Don't let their fear become your prison. Don't let their unworthiness become your insecurity. Don't let their circumstances become your excuse to stop living. Love them from where you are. Wish them healing. Hope for their peace.